In this video, we'll learn to read, write, order and compare positive and negative numbers of any size. In a previous video, I've looked at reading, writing, ordering and comparing positive numbers up to 1 million. So if you're unsure about your skill at that level, go and revisit my level 1 video. Whereas here, we'll work on numbers that are bigger than 1 million. So the number that I've written here is read as 1,111,111. So what would happen now if I add a digit here? If that digit is 1, how would I read this? As you can see, there is a pattern, and I'm grouping these digits into 3. So here is more or less the same thing that would happen in the second digit of the group of 3, here and there and so on. So have a look at that. What is this digit? That is the tens. And what's that one here? That's the tens of thousands. So this is going to be tens of millions. So I'd read this as 11,111,111. So this here would be 25,105,055. So we read them in groups of 3. So what happened now if I add another digit? So let's say I'll make this as following the pattern again, units, tens, hundreds. So I've got millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. So 405,426,456. That's how we read this number. So something very similar to this, then it would be this would be read as 599,040,500. So we separate them to help us read the numbers in blocks of 3. So it's time now, if I add another digit, to put another comma in there. So let's say I have this number. So we're finished with the millions now. What comes next? It is the billions. So this here will be the billions column. So I've got 1,052,483,050. So another one. So this one is read as 4 billion. So that comma here helps me read it. I can see it's after the million, so it must be, or in front of the million, so it must be billions. So they come into the unit and then the thousands. There we got the millions and then the billions. So again, that's a billion, then it would be the 10 billions, then it would be the 100 billions, and then a comma again, and we'd have trillions, so tens of trillions, hundreds of trillions, then quadrillions, and so on. So if you're interested, you could have a look online as well. So how I read this number would be 4,005,834,056. And let's take this one. So again, separating them would help me. So I'd go 1, 2, 3 digits, put a comma in there, 1, 2, 3, comma, and so on. And we've learned that a million has 6 digits after, or 6 zeros. So I'll know that this is the units, tens and hundreds, and then going on to the thousands, millions, so this must be the billions. So I'll start with the billions and say 145 billion, 83,461,234. So commas are really important. And then after this, as we said, would come the trillions, so 3 digits for the trillions, and then 3 digits for quadrillions, and so on. So I've written and read these numbers. In terms of ordering them, obviously you can see that this come in order from smallest to the biggest. So first of all, you see which of these numbers has most of the digits, and the more digits it has, the bigger the number it is. So this one has most of the digits, so it's got to be the biggest one, because as we said, this would be 145 billion, whereas this one is just 4 billion. So of course this is bigger, and that's the case when you compare this with this, for example. So that'd be 25 million, whereas this is 405 million. So the more digits, the bigger the number. And then for those that have the same number of digits, like these two, for example, then we'll look at the first digit. If that is bigger, the whole number is bigger. Because look at this, this is 405 million, whereas this is 599 million. And then if that first digit is the same, so let's say I'll change this into a 4. So this is now a 4 as well. So 405 million, and this is 499 million. So what matters then is the next digit. And let's say this is a 9 as well. So if we have both 9s, then we look at the next one, because that makes most of the difference. This would be 495, and this would be 499 million. So it's the next digit. And if that's still the same, you look at the next one. If that's the same, till you come to a point where you look at the last digit, and that is what makes the least of the difference. So then we can say, of course, this number is bigger than this number is bigger than this number is bigger than that, and this is bigger than them all. So if I were to order them, this would be coming first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. In terms of negative numbers, we could benefit from referring to a number line or a thermometer. So if this is 0, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. And then we go down to -1, like temperature. If it goes down, that means it's a smaller value. Or if you are overdraft, that means you've got less money. So if you go this way, always the numbers get smaller. So going down in this number line means numbers get smaller. So -2 and -3, -4. So it'd be much colder when the temperature is -4 than when it is actually 3 degrees or 0 degrees. So with a minus in front, the numbers will get smaller. So -4 and -3, which one is smaller and which one is bigger? -4 actually is smaller because it means having less money, it means a lower temperature. So despite the fact that this is a digit 4 and this is a digit 3, minus that minus in front makes it even smaller. So -4 is smaller than -3, smaller than -2, smaller than -1, 0, and so on. So I'll place some minus or negative signs in front of these some of these numbers so that we can actually order and compare them. So I've placed this minus sign in front of this number, and this one. So now I'd like to order all of these numbers all together. So let's start ordering them from the biggest to the smallest. So which one would be the biggest? When we compared them, we looked at all positive numbers. Now we have positive and negative numbers. And as we looked at this one, we said that positive numbers are always bigger. So I know that this, and this number will be bigger than the ones with the negative signs in front. So it's a case to find the biggest number of them all. It's a case of comparing these 4 positive numbers first. And as you can see, this one has more digits than these have. So it's got to be the biggest number of them all. So 145,083,461,234. So that's the biggest one. Then out of them 3, this one is the next biggest one because it has more digits than the other 2. And this comes next, and that's the 4. So I dealt with the positive numbers first because positive numbers are always bigger than negative ones. Now we'll look at the negative numbers. When we looked at these, we said that the number that has the smaller digits will be the biggest one. So this time we're reversing the process. If we look at these 3, I'm not looking for the one that has most of the digits, but I'm looking for the one that has the fewest digits. So this will be the next biggest one, because being overdraft by 25,105,055 pounds is not the same, or is less than being overdraft by 499,040,500. So this is better, this is a bigger number. So that must be the next one, the 5th one. And then will come this one because it has more digits than this, but it has fewer digits than this one. So that is number 6, so the 6th one. And finally it's this number here, which we read as -4,5,834,056. So for negative numbers, we reverse the process when we find the biggest number. We're looking at the smallest digit or the number with the fewest digits.